So it doesn't start great. I mean, we have no lands. We have to mulligan this one. I actually kind of like this hand. We have Chromox, Swamp, and then Soul Ring. And we can even Imp Seal turn 1 still. And then get our commander into play turn 2. We can get our Sholdred into play turn 2 as well, actually. Kind of like that. I mean, Pontus drawing cards. Sholdred will wreck him, I think. That would be fun. So I actually think I'm going to keep this one just because we're going to be able to empty our hand. We have the Imperial Seal and we have some mana. We're going to get 4 mana turn 2. Yeah. Let's go with this. First 7 was really sad. This one was good.
So, what do we have here? I think we have a top, but no, that's not good. I will just get another hand. Oh well, I guess we have a Praetor's Graph, we have a Recruiter, which is good, which finds us a Dockside. So yeah, that's a keep. And we, of course, put a Bladrian on the bot.
Okay, first 7. Straight ahead, this is basically perfect. Well, we don't have anything turn 1, to be perfectly honest. But we have a turn 2 commander and probably a flip. It's a turn 3 flip and 2 powerful spells off the flip, so I think this is basically everything we want. We could be greedy here, but I think this is way too good to ever mulligan, because this deck actually mulligans pretty poorly, like surprisingly poorly for how many fast mana sources we have. Mainly because like the dead cards are like dead when you're not going off. This is a bit of not optimal keep, but I think this is something I have to keep because I have a bunch of mana, which is basically all you need to flip Heliod. Yeah, go ahead, Simon.
I had unfortunately mulligan down to 5. The other hands weren't that good, and so I decided on a Birds of Paradise, a Soul Ring, a Command Beacon, a Prismatic Vista, and a Sylvan's Crying, just because this will provide us enough power in the early game to get our commander out fast. That's what we like to do here. Ideal world, we would have some draw or a tutor, but going down to 4 isn't working for us, especially on the 4th place. There's not much we can do with hands lower than 5, so we will take a hand in between. It's not really good, it's not really bad. We will see how it goes for us.
I'm gonna start off and draw a card for turn. I'm gonna play a Chromox, imprinting a Rakdos Livia Voldaren, tapping this, casting a Soul Ring, and then play a Swamp, tapping the Swamp, and cast an Imperial Seal.
Yep.
I will lose 2 life, so I'm finding this card. This is Plague Crafter, which is a each opponent sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, or if they can't, they discard a card. Pontus and Dihada is very low on creatures, so they're gonna be sacrificing their commanders with this, and Titania could also suffer from this a tiny bit too. Now the cool thing with this is that I have Canal Dredger in my hand, which means that I can actually put this in the bottom of my library with my artifact creature here, and then bring it back into play with Grenzo over and over again forever, basically. That's kinda nice. But then I pass the turn.
Alright, I will then draw a card. I'm going with Badlands, and I'll play this one here, a Mana Vault, and after that I'll pass my turn.
Go to my turn. Land for turn would be a Sea of Clouds. I will tap it for a Soul Ring. I'll tap Soul Ring for a Felwar Stone, and then also cast a Mox Opal. But no more follow-up on that, so I'll just pass my turn.
I will draw a card. Oh, that's interesting. I will play Prismatic Vista. I have a Prismatic Vista here. And we'll go fetch, losing 1 life, and bring a forest into the game. And we'll tap the forest to play Birds of Paradise. I choose to play the Birds of Paradise because Soul Ring isn't impactful enough for a first turn play. It will net us 1 mana more in the next turn, so playing Soul Ring right now isn't the best option, so I choose to play the Birds of Paradise. Yes, and with that, I will pass my turn.
I'm gonna go to my turn and draw the mysterious card. I am going to play black, colorless. Sholdred
hell no.
the Apocalypse. Feel free to wheel Pontus. So this creature means that whenever I draw a card, I gain life, or when an opponent draws a card, they lose life. And then
Yes,
I pass.
sounds great. Alright, I'll untap, no upkeep. I draw a card, so Sheldred, at least 2 life. Play a Plateau. I will have 1 mana floating still and play Recruiter of the God.
Yeah, get the Dockside.
I will, of course, get the Dockside, so I will find this 1 card here, and with the 1 mana floating, I will cast a Dockside.
I pass Dockside.
I pass 2.
Sounds great. 2, 3, 4. I will try to cast Dihada.
Pass on Dihada.
All right, I will take her down to 3. So I'm just dragging the cards on the battlefield, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, I'm keeping Ragavan, and Ragavan goes to my hand, and I will create 3 more treasures. Yeah, I will as well keep the Mox Opal, 2 more treasures. I will play the Mox Opal, and I will cast Ragavan. And after that, I'm trying to pass my... Do I pass the turn? I can attack. No, I can't. I will pass the turn.
Okay, let's see if I can live up to that turn. Draw. So here we have a choice. I do have the mana here to cast the Consecrated Sphinx. And Consecrated Sphinx is a very good card. I think, though, that I might be a bit too, open if I do that. Like, the information that I'm the threat is very open, and I will probably have a bit too much pressure. I think that's just, me trying not to lose too much. You know what? No, I don't think I have the room here to be sneaky. I think I kind of have to cast the Consecrated Sphinx, because I'm falling after that behind that. Dihada, they have so much mana, just like any wind spell wins the game, and me taking 12 damage is fine. I don't really care about my life. It's just a bit hard to win because I have to find an answer for Sheoldred at some time during my storm turn. But I think that's the best choice here. The problem is that my commander is far away when I cast this commander. It's like 2 turns unless I draw into fast mana, but my fast mana is kind of on the board already, or a lot of it. So I think I'm taking a risk here casting my Consecrated Sphinx, but I also think that's the biggest risk avoidance, which is a kind of interesting situation. I could see just playing commander here being the right play. I could see being punished for casting a Consecrated Sphinx, but I think that's my highest win rate, so I'm gonna do it. Let's see if it works. Land for turn will be a Gyreach Sanitarium, also known as a burn spell currently. Then I will tap 6 mana for a Consecrated Sphinx.
I'm so happy I put that Sheoldred into play right now.
I'm ready to take damage.
Yeah.
I will sack a treasure and cast my Pyroblast.
Haha, now I take no damage.
Yeah, I'm just saving you right here.
I'm kind of happy with this one going away, though. I mean, that's a lot of card draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Then I'll pass my turn.
I'll go to my turn. I'll play Soul Ring, Birds of Paradise, and Soul Ring for Sylvan's Crying. I will find myself a land called Gaia's Cradle, a forest. Right now it's a forest, and will have it enter as my... Yes, I will have it enter as my land for turn. Still have 1 mana floating, and will tap that to get a Voyaging Satyr. He can untap a land, being tapped itself. And that's my turn.
I'm gonna untap and draw a card and gain a life, or 2 life. So we're gonna begin with... I'm gonna cast a Legu Crafter, forcing everyone to sacrifice a creature. If they can't, they have to discard a card.
I will not respond to that.
Me neither. Oh man.
Then I'm heavily sacrificing this Doko.
What do I...
I will discard this Isoconceptor.
I will actually... Do I sack the birds? Yeah, probably I sack the bird here.
And I will
It's
sacrifice Legu Crafter. I will then tap this for red and cast Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer. Then I'm gonna go to combat with my Sheoldred at Dihada. Swing!
So, Mons is attacking Dihada right now, which is, interesting, because I want to always take her down, and onto loyalty I really can't. So I'm pondering if it's good to just put her back into the command zone and recast her, which I actually can do. So yeah, but there's also the possibility of making Ragavan indestructible and give him lifelink. So there's that, and there are 3 attacks on the table. So maybe I'm going to block with the Recruiter, I guess. Yeah. Alright, I will block with the Recruiter of the God.
And then I pass the turn.
Alright, then I go to my turn and untap, and I draw a card and take 2 more from Sheoldred. I'm going to uptick Dihada and give Ragavan a lot of abilities like Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible. And then I'm moving to my combat, and I will attack Pontus with Ragavan.
No blocks, take 2. Exiling a game plan.
Game plan? I need to look that up, I guess. Then I'll play Spectator's Seating.
This is actually just like 1 blue mana because of your reductions, right?
Yes, that's the plan.
It's a good plan.
It's a game plan.
It's a game plan. Nice. Tap for 3 and cast a Praetor's Grasp targeting Mons.
I have no response to Praetor's Grasp. It resolves.
Great. I will get your Underworld Breach
I do have that inside my deck. It is sadly yours.
resolved. So I have a breach here. Cast. Set Underworld Breach. Got my Underworld Breach right here.
I mean, my breach.
Yeah, kind of our breach, right?
I will accept our breach.
And then I will recast my Dockside Extortion. I will exile like the Recruiter of the Guard, the Sacred Foundry, and the Pyroblast. Yeah, you got a Soul Ring, right? So 3, 6. Cast and Entomb for 1.
That's a problem, but I'll pass.
Great. I will find a Flicker. That creates a loop with Dihada right now. What will now happen is I will recast the Flicker targeting Dihada. So she resets her loyalty and I can -3 her, putting 4 cards in my graveyard, creating 4 treasures. And I will then, with the 4 cards, 3 of them will allow me to recast the Flicker again with the Underworld Breach for 2 treasures. So I will gain a lot of treasures and always go +1 on my graveyard. So I can start filtering cards there until I get one of my combos like my Mayhem Devil or the Dualcaster Mage and Twin Flame, but the main combo would be going for Mayhem Devil and kill you with a lot of sacrifice effects using Abdel Adrian and Animate Dead. Practically mill my entire deck into my graveyard, and then I will cast Animate Dead targeting Abdel Adrian. What will happen is that Animate Dead enters the battlefield, reanimating Abdel, and Abdel's ETB will flicker, will exile Animate Dead until Abdel Adrian leaves the play. That will make me sacrifice Abdel Adrian, so Animate Dead gets back. And with Mayhem Devil on the field, I will create infinite triggers of Mayhem Devil to deal infinite damage to the whole table. Yeah, GG's guys! Dihada wins again on stream.